Mr. President, as you well know, the Senate has confirmed 194 of President Biden's judicial nominees to lifetime appointments. Each of these nominees has been questioned about their qualifications and credentials, and as the Senate provided advice and consent on their nominations, they move forward. But Adeel Mangi, nominated to the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Third Circuit, has faced unprecedented and fundamentally unfair personal attacks. Senate Republicans and dark money groups have made bigoted and false claims about Mr. Mangi, the first Muslim American nominated to the federal appellate court. Rather than focusing on Mr. Mangi's qualifications or credentials during the hearing that he was subjected to in December, Republicans subjected him to irrelevant, combative lines of questionings about the Israel-Hamas war. They even asked whether he celebrated September 11th, 2001 terrorist attacks. Can you imagine? With no basis in his life experience, the fact that he was Muslim gave them license to ask whether or not in his home they celebrated September 11th. Throughout his confirmation process, Mr. Mangi has unequivocally condemned anti-Semitism and acts of terrorism. Republican senators have tried to scapegoat Mr. Mangi for statements made by other people at events he didn't even attend and wasn't even aware of. That is simply guilt by association, and it's wrong. Any claim that Mr. Mangi is anti-Semitic is simply false. Yet just this week, the Republican leader falsely claimed that Mr. Mangi's confirmation would lead to, quote, radicalism on the federal bench. The fact that this man will be the first Muslim American allows these wild accusations to take place, and it's unfair. To claim that Mr. Mangi is, quote, radical ignores his record. For more than 2 decades, he has focused on commercial litigation at a top-tier law firm. He has served as counsel of record in more than 30 matters before federal appellate courts, as well as 8 amicus briefs submitted to the U.S. Supreme Court. In addition, Mr. Mangi has devoted more than 4,000 hours to his pro bono practice, representing clients in religious discrimination and employment discrimination cases. Mr. Mangi deserves to be evaluated based on his record, not on bad faith falsehoods and innuendo. I urge my colleagues to dismiss the smear campaign against him and support his nomination.